Okay, hey, Bob here, Mohawk Valley Farm. And hey, today was kind of an interesting day. I was headed to work this morning, and on my way to an appointment, I saw a big swarm of bees in one of our maple trees. And I don't know for sure if there are bees that had swarmed out of one of our hives, or if it's somebody else's, or a swarm from somewhere else. So we're going to check it out. I put them in this waste basket right here, drilled some holes in it, and just did it real quick. Dropped the branch in there, put the lid on, drilled some holes, and I can hear them buzzing around in here, so I think they're okay. But they've been in here most of the day. We're going to put them in a new hive out here where other bees are at, and we're going to give them some food, some sugar water to get them started. And I've got a bee box. I have an extra bee box that I hadn't used. You can just use a paper sack and make strips out of it, and then some wood pellets. I just got them out of the Traeger. It'll work in a pinch. While we're out there, we'll check on the rest of the bees. In there. Let that burn for a minute. You can see here I've got my bee box with my frames. I'm going to take a couple frames out of the middle. We're going to dump them in here. I have a top that's not the right one. It's too small. I have something that will temporarily work for this evening, but we're going to have to get a bigger full top for this. All I have is a smaller frame box. I really don't want to use that. I want to use the full size a 10 frame bee box. I've got an 8 frame, or I think it's an 8 frame, one that's a little smaller, but I want to use the full size ones because I've got more supers that fit this. So, but I think this will work until I get down to the bee store and get a full size lid. Smoker. Smoking pretty good. Got my bees, sugar water, my gloves, and that should be it. Oh, we gotta get the bottom to the box. And then I gotta get a couple extra frames. While we're out there, we'll take out the sugar water container out of the other ones, and we'll replace it with a couple frames, and we'll probably put a mite strip in there. All right, here we go. Get your bees. And put a mite strip in that too. And this one. Now I put the mite strip in a few days after, maybe a week after it's been in there. It's been a little over a week. I was just told to do it not right away, but it's maybe a week after put them in. We've had this hive for a little over a week, maybe 2 weeks. But this one here is new, so we'll let that be. We got our water there, or I'm sorry, our container for their feed. I'm gonna dump that in there now. That's pretty full, not all the way full. More than 3/4. And kind of late in the year to be putting sugar for feed in there. You usually do that in spring, but for a new swarm, you know, everybody takes their best guess of what's best. I'm gonna give them some food to get started, and because it seems like that's what you should do. Okay, so then what we're gonna do, in order to dump them in here, we're gonna take a couple frames out. Just to give them plenty of room. So I'm hopeful this is a new swarm. I don't know if I videoed the time that I was checking on them the other day and I didn't zip this up all the way, and a couple bees, several bees, made it up inside the zipper here, and I got stung several times on the neck and on the chest, and since then I'm a little nervous about my zipper not being all the way zipped up. And this little flap not being put down. So hopefully you see that there, that no bees can get in there. So if you look in here, they're all over that branch. Somewhere in there is a queen, and they're not taking off because they want to be with her. But hopefully you can see this. So that's really cool. So the best thing to do is to gently get them to go in here. Give them a little smoke. They might go down in there. You know, they're already getting in the water, getting some food, and somewhere in there is a queen, and they're sticking close by. But they'll drone. She'll figure out that that's where she wants to be, get a nice little home, and then they'll go in there with her. We're gonna close up these frames a little bit. They're pretty dispersed actually. And we'll take this last frame, put that in there. They're flying around. There's a few that are, you know, figuring it out. And give them a little more smoke. You can see the smoke will make these rest of these go down in there. They'll kind of hide for cover here. And that's good. All right, let's take the lid off of this one. We'll see if any of these are missing any bees. Because it's possible that we lost a swarm. All right, let's check this out. I'm a little suspicious of this one because this is where the old swarm was that we just got. And it's possible they left. Nope, still there. So that's good. We still got bees there. You can see, you know, they're, I can see in there, I can see they're building out some comb. Give them a little smoke. You can see there, they're building that out nice. Got some pollen in there, building reserve. They haven't capped it off, but they're building it up. Okay, so that's good. That one's, so the swarm didn't come from there, it doesn't look like. We'll check out these other ones here. You can see that they're now in this upper frame. I can see down in there that they're building that out. And they don't look overcrowded. And I can see down way in there that down below so they're working hard, building these middle frames out. So that's good. So they're okay. And then we'll check this one. There's how many are down there. Yeah, there's quite a few down there below. There are not as many up in the upper part, but you can see there's still quite a few down there. So they're doing their thing, definitely not overcrowded. So, I'll check over here on this side. So, pretty happy about that. Doesn't look like any of these swarmed, just because of the amount of bees that I know are in here and the amount of bees that are. It's always possible, but still so far both are strong. You can see there's lots there doing their thing. I'm not going to open it up so I can tell that there's enough in there that they probably didn't swarm from there. So we got our bees in our box here. Didn't have a lid. It's getting late. Store's about to close. There's no way I'm gonna be able to get a lid before tonight. So, and I don't want to make one. So we'll go down to the store and buy one tomorrow. But temporarily put a big hard piece of plastic over the top of it. That'll keep the weather out if it rains tonight. So we're up to 5 hives here, and 3 of them we purchased, and we were able to let those get established, and now they're already got supers on them. We've had those for a month and a half, 2 months now, and then we got 2 new ones that we recently captured, and so we're back up to 5. You know, last year we had 5, and then we had the fires, we had the smoke, and just everything that happened last year, all the bees left. So now we're back to 5 and feeling great. So we're hoping that this year that we can keep them. You know, we're still new to this whole beekeeping thing. We don't know everything there is to know, but every year we learn a little bit more, and it's been just a really cool adventure. So as you remember, when it all started, we found a swarm of bees in our yard. We got the bee box, friends brought it over, we got started, and that's how we started learning. We still have a lot to learn. It's really a lifetime to figure out all the tricks of the trade, and so that's what we're doing here. It's really very seldom do you get stung if you take the necessary precautions, wear your beekeeping jacket. I don't have beekeeping pants. I've never been stung in the legs. I've been stung in the neck when I didn't zip my zipper up all the way. But for the most part, these guys, if they're happy, they're gonna leave you alone. So it's really cool just to kind of learn. And you know, up until a couple years ago, I had never seen a swarm of bees in my life. And now we've captured probably 4 or 5 swarms over the last year and a half. Well, it's nothing like almost getting stung at the end of your video. Okay, so that's our video this week. We appreciate you watching. Don't forget to subscribe. And you know, we try to get these videos out as often as we can. Summer's coming, so we're able to do a lot more filming of stuff that's going on here on the farm. But beekeeping is awesome. It's been a joy to do it, and it's just fun learning new stuff. And we certainly are learning new things all the time on our farm. So appreciate you following along and seeing all our first time experiences. And until next time, have a great day, and we'll see you real soon.